Hello everybody and welcome to Hunter Gatherer channel, and today is Wednesday, June 9th, and behind me here there are two hives, two colonies. The colony on my left uh, is the one that had the queen, had been laying really well. The other one had a queen, but she hadn't been laying much. I think she was just newly mated. The one, I've been in both boxes last week. The one was doing really well. I put two honey supers on it because above me are some locust trees, and they're black locust, and the honey from them, from black locust, is amazing, and it doesn't crystallize, and it's just really good. So I put them over here to try to get them to really work that black locust. So I want to get in there, see if the one has a lot of honey in those supers, and see what the other one is doing. The last time I peeked up there earlier today, the one hive, they're flying out of like crazy, and the other one, they're barely flying out of. So I gotta go see what's going on in that small box. Here's the two boxes I was talking about, and this one, as I'm coming up here, it's really looking like there's not a lot of activity. The other box is obviously a lot stronger, but we'll just see. Maybe a lot of the field bees are out just doing their job, and we'll just check them out, get into them, get some smoke into them, and then open them up. I hate these ants. I think if the bees were a little stronger, they might deter them a little bit. But we're gonna bang this off over here. And so on my initial just look in here, there's a bunch of bees. I might have given them this box a little too soon, but I was not sure with the nectar flow if they needed it yet or not. I've got 3 full frames of bees on the top here, but just the frames that were already drawn out. I can feel burr comb here, bridge comb. They're sticking them to the other ones. I'm gonna clean that off because I don't want this to be a mess here. Lots of honey on the outside frames. Some pollen. See what this is. I'm thinking it's going to be solid honey, but we'll see. Now what this was is I pulled a frame of brood up, and now it's solid honey on this side, and honey, and then open where the brood had come out. I'm sure that's all honey too. So we're gonna drop down in this box below. Really need to work on their comb making here. Oh, there she is. Can you see her? Let me see if I can get her in the frame here. Yeah, I see her there. Does everybody see her? She's right here. She's cruising on up. Right there. I don't really see any eggs on here yet. I'm in the shade and it has a lighter colored foundation, so it's kind of hard to see those eggs. And be careful when I put this one back in. I don't want to damage our girl here. I'm trying to figure out where she went so I don't. Okay, there she is. Don't want to bump her or something. Okay. Not sure if you'll be able to see it or not. Let's see if I can get it turned correctly. Try to move some of those bees. So in this area we have some really young larvae. and some eggs. This side, a lot of the same here. So we're about a month away from this box really starting to really build up. The frames that they haven't started building, look at this crazy comb, they're doing it on all of them. I'm gonna clean that off and hopefully they'll start doing the right thing. I think I'm gonna take some of this stuff from the top and put it back in here. I think they're just a little overwhelmed on the amount of work that they have. I was thinking they were farther ahead than they were when I put that other box on. So this will be a good frame for, try to get all the resources together. Get her main brood chamber right in the center here. We'll go through this box, put everything in that should be, and this is one that they started drawing out, putting honey in. Put that on the outside here. All right. If I put all that honey in there, we're going to be in trouble. We have 3 or 4 frames that she's already started laying in. I'm trying to make a decision here. Some of this honey I'm going to put in a different box. I'll let them work in here for another week or so. Then I'm going to come back. Hopefully they'll have them all built out. Try to shake all the bees off in here. I decided to put them back to a single box. They were overwhelmed with that second box. They weren't ready yet. I thought they were, and they weren't. So sometimes you can do that. You can give them too much work and they can get a little frustrated and start building crazy comb and doing weird things. We have a really good nectar flow right now, but that queen has only been laying for maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 days from the looks of the larvae that was in there. Wasn't very big, and so she's just getting started and she's really starting to build up. We had 2.5, 3 frames of with eggs, but really didn't have very much going on. So we're gonna bring them back down to this. They've got a couple of frames they need to draw. She needs to keep laying a little bit. I'm gonna come back in about maybe a week, see where they're at. Hopefully they won't get too nervous about being too full. Maybe less than a week, and give them back another box that they can start working on. Now I did something with this box that I hate to do, and I think I can see what's going on already. I've only used them a couple of times. I do see some bees up here. Very few. And that thing that I did was I used a queen excluder. I hate getting a queen to lay in your honey supers, but if you put a excluder on, and that makes it so that very few bees make their way up, you're kind of defeating your purpose, I think. So, got a ton of bees working from what I can tell, but I think they're just loading the bottom up with honey. So I'm going to take a look at these frames on the top here and see what's going on, and see if I dare take that queen excluder out and let them have at those honey supers. So let's see. I see they're drawing out really nice on these. I can see where they're putting honey here or there. I can see a lot of brood right there. Start on this frame. Looks like this frame isn't completely drawn out either. I put this box on and then I put the supers on right away. We got a lot of eggs here, so that's awesome. On the outside, we got eggs in the bottom here, and they're putting some nectar in. Look at that. That's pretty awesome right there. Like, she's hardly missing there. That's awesome. So I think I can take that excluder off, maybe. A lot of eggs. A lot of capped brood. Oh, a lot of drones right there. See, this frame was full of probably brood and pollen and everything from the previous colony, and I don't really like all that drone brood. I'm trying to decide what to do about that. I might just scrape it right out of there. Crazy, you got all that honey and everything in the middle. And we're right back to all that good drone brood and eggs, larvae. More brood. Larvae. Oh, there she is. She's right on the top by the rail. She's trying to duck through between. See her right there? Oh, moving her way down. She's a beauty. She's doing a great job for us. A lot of eggs all through this one. I think what I'm going to do, this is a messed up frame here. See that? Goofballs. I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to put one of those frames of honey on here. Put that right in there. Had a frame full of great brood on the one side, and it was all drone comb on the other side. Drone brood. And I just scraped that off. I'm hoping that they're gonna work this, put it back the way it was. Hopefully they'll draw that comb back out. If not, I'm gonna come back out here and grab this out later on in the week, maybe, once they start to come out. You call that good? And I don't want her coming up in, but I want them to be putting some honey up in the top, so stick this back on for now. And I'm just going to put one honey super back on because they're not doing a ton right now. But they are up in there, so hopefully they'll start utilizing it. I'm going to just leave this box out because I might need it at some point here soon. And we'll put them back together. I've probably done that more times than I should tell you, where I try to build them up faster than they're ready to. And a lot of times you want to say if they've got about 8 frames or so built up in the bottom, maybe 7 frames, and they're working, pull one up, and then they're going to continue working through. But sometimes they're not quite ready. That queen was, and the single box was just starting to lay within the last 8 or 10 days probably. So I probably gave them more than they could handle. And this box, they had a ton of bees in there, and they were doing pretty well, but they still had space in the bottom to put honey, and I was trying to force them up through to start putting that honey in the supers instead of getting honey bound in the bottom. And they just weren't happy yet with filling up what they had in the bottom, so they didn't bring anything up. So those are just a couple of things that you might need to do. Maybe you got to backtrack a little bit like I did on this one and give them a little less space so that they feel like what they're doing is accomplishing the mission instead of feeling like they have so much work to do that they'll never make it. So that's what I did with that. And this one, just kind of went through, checked the things that were going on, decided to go to just one super, and to clean up some of that that top brood chamber area, especially that one almost solid frame of drone brood. Scrape that out. Hopefully they'll draw that into regular brood comb, but we'll see. And I might just have to yank that whole frame out. But hopefully she's doing a great job. Hopefully they'll really build up and start filling these honey supers. So that's going to be it for today. Like I said, it was a little bit of backtracking. I probably got a little too excited trying to get that black locust honey, that elusive black locust honey, and I don't think we got any this year. I think the bees have it in their boxes and it'll be good for them, so maybe next time. Anyway, that's going to be it. I just want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the time in the bees, and that's going to be it. Just want to let you know we love you, God loves you, and we'll see you on the next one, and happy beekeeping. See you later.